I'm with Christine, the head librarian at the McBride Memorial Library in Berwick, Pennsylvania. And we're in one of the kind of comfortable reading areas. This is all large print over here. I don't need it quite yet, but it's coming.
An excellent large print selection.
Yeah, you really do. Your dog training books, on the other hand, really sad.
Okay, we'll get some more.
I will be donating
Thank you.
some of the best dog training books in the world to the library. I just really hate it when Mr. Milan is overrepresented because I think he's terrible. That's my political view for the morning, if you want to call dog training political. Anyway, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a pop-up book of a house.
Yeah. Now, could I sell that house? I don't know.
I think so. This house is great. It's got, look at all the details and the wallpaper and
Let's take
hardwood floors.
Chimney is in trouble. That chimney has a problem. If it were just that easy. I have talked to a number of librarians. I like librarians. Several of them are friends of mine. I don't think I've ever met one that giggles more than Christine. She obviously, has this whole happy thing going on, which is cool.
I'm so happy to be here.
Speaking of which, how'd you get here?
A U-Haul truck. I took I-40 across.
Okay, I deserve that. Right? She's not only funny and efficient, she's,
No, I was going to school in Southern California. I went to UCLA to get my MLIS, and after I graduated, I was working in the Monrovia, kind of Pasadena area.
Okay.
But I was looking for something on the East Coast because I have family here. So this job came up, and they asked me to come interview. So I flew out to Philadelphia and drove up to Berwick and just fell in love with it. It's
cool.
such a great town, such a great library. And so they offered me the job, and I took it in a heartbeat. I didn't even have to think about it.
Cool. Okay.
Fantastic.
Were you raised in California?
I was born in California, but moved to the East Coast when I was about 2. Lived in New York and Pennsylvania, then moved back to California for high school, and then kind of moved around a bit for college and jobs.
Okay, so you had an East Coast childhood.
I did.
Okay,
Yes,
okay, because I was wondering, an awful lot of Californians don't find the East Coast all that comfortable. I mean, and just in terms of climate and topography and humidity and things like that, Okay, well.
I love it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Are you a resident of Berwick at this point?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay. Good, then she can probably help with the porch project.
Okay.
If you run into people or you see porches that,
Yeah, absolutely.
which is a whole other subject, and I'll do a vid on that tomorrow when we're actively painting. Why library science?
Oh gosh, I love libraries. Just my whole life, it's just kind of been a place that I feel good to be in. The library stands for so much. When anyone comes through the doors, they're equal here. Everybody has the equal opportunity to search out knowledge and information, and just to help people the best we can to try to give them information is very rewarding to me. And so, and it's everything. It's all the art books, and it's all the stories, and all the novels, and the poetry, and the how-tos. How to build a bookcase, how to put in a garden. Just anything you've ever wanted to know, you could find something at the library. And
Okay.
if we don't have it, we interlibrary loan it, so we can get it from another library. So you can really get information on anything you want, and I just think that's incredible.
Okay, what about the shift from trees to electronics? Books to...
Trees and electronics are not very different when you think of it, because the golden ratio, kind of arboreal structure of a tree, is similar to, if you look at it, the way lightning branches off. And kind of all things natural in nature follow this pattern. So trees and electricity is more in common than you might think.
Okay, which brings me to mathematics, at which I'm lousy, and I hate that fact because I admire mathematicians almost more than anybody, but maybe physicists, followed by chemistry. chemists. Sorry, Tony. That's third, I know. I'm taking a chemistry class this fall.
Oh,
Yeah, got to keep it sharp, you know. So I got to apologize to the professor in advance. Okay, so we have essentially chaos theory turned into mathematical structure, and of course music is as basic to that as anything there
Oh,
is,
yeah.
you know. Now, I hadn't thought about the branching of trees and the branching of the electrons, so the web is simply a tree in another form.
That's a good point.
So when we understand something, we stand under it, and you have to look at it from the root up. And here are the roots.
Yes.
Okay. What were you doing yesterday morning?
Yesterday morning, every Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, we have kind of a computer help hour computer class in our computer lab. So anyone can come if they have questions on how to use a computer, how to access something. If they've been having trouble with one of their own electronic devices, like a smartphone or a Kindle, they can bring that in, and we will be here in the computer lab to help them answer their questions.
Very cool. Very cool. Who uses the computers most of the time?
Everybody. We have students using the computers. We have adults using the computers. We have people who use them to print their boarding passes or to print their tickets to concerts, to print their DMV registrations. Or we have people who come to take classes for the college, for sometimes just for school, or for applications, job applications, filling those out online, checking emails, staying in contact with friends. Pretty much everyone comes and uses the computers. Even people who own their own computers come and use ours because it's convenient and they can come here and pick up their books and pop
Well,
online.
I sometimes bring my laptop in here to use Wi-Fi because where I live, I cannot get Wi-Fi except on the phone.
And we do have free
Unless
Wi-Fi.
I know. I like libraries because there's a whole lot of free, and I like free.
Yes.
Free is good, especially when it comes to any kind of information. No, I had a thought, and it just went flying on by. How I know that the governmental bodies have not been particularly kind to information services of the free sort, free to the public. How does this place sustain itself?
We get a lot of donations from people in town. They're very, very generous, and we're very grateful for that. And we do our best for applying for grants. We get help from organizations, charitable organizations that are local to the area, and we're very grateful for all of the support that we get.
And I know they do book sales a couple times a year because I never miss them.
We have a huge basement. It's almost like its own bookstore down there, and throughout the year people donate books to us, and the ones that we can't use in our collection, either because we already have them or maybe just because the book itself is not in a condition that we could put it on the shelves, but it's still readable. We put those in our book sale, and so people can come, and they're very reasonably priced.
Very. I know.
In July, it's $1 a bag.
Yeah.
Other times throughout the year, it's 50 cents to a couple dollars at the most for a book. So it's great. And we have all subjects, and it's divided out like a bookstore too. So we have, all the romance, all the mysteries, all the sci-fi, poetry, nonfiction. We have it all kind of together in sections to help make it easier to browse.
Right. Upstairs, what goes on up there?
Upstairs, we have our children's library, which is a very popular place. It's really bright and colorful. We do story times up there. We also have our community room, and that is where we do a lot of our activities. So every day, Monday through Thursday at 3:30, we have after-school programs. We have a children's librarian and an after-school program coordinator who are excellent and have really great fun activities for the kids, really engaging. We do STEM, we do robots, circuit kits, building blocks, coding, all sorts of the latest and greatest. But we also do art as well and music. We just acquired a 104-year-old Ludwig piano for our community room.
Cool.
Yes,
Cool.
very excited.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just pretty much doing everything. They have the STEM, and recently I heard about how now it's like STEAM and STREAM because
Right.
they add arts and reading
Right.
to it. And
Right.
so that's kind of where we're at. We've got STEM, STEAM, and STREAM, and
Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
just offering all and an interdisciplinary approach too. We'll do activities like where the kids go out in the garden and they can draw the plants and learn about the biology and the plant structure, and at the same time be artistic and creative.
Cool. Thank you, Chris.